Very good morning, everyone. Switch on the videos. Yes, fast. Switch on the videos. Very good morning. I had given you homeworks. May I know where are the homeworks? Only one of the students have submitted the homework. What about the others? Only Sayujya have submitted the homeworks. Why? Didn't you all see in the group the homeworks given? Yes, please tell me any reason. I told you I don't want the correct answers. At least I need you to attempt the question. Stop wherever you reach. No problem. We'll complete it from the class. But I wanted you to attempt it. Please switch on the videos. Rose, Akshay, Alan, Vishnu, okay. I got the message. Pranav, where is your homework?
I'll send now.
Okay. Switch on the videos. Nobody is going to keep it off. Let's begin. Tell me the accounting equation fast, Nestle. What is the accounting equation? Yes? Nestle, you there? Akshay, tell me the accounting equation.
Asset equal to liability plus capital.
Very good. Okay, asset is equal to liability plus capital. Let us continue with the problems. It is from the fourth question. I gave it to you as homework. Am I right? Yes? Yes or no? Switch on the videos. Okay, let's do this now. Started, it's the problem question number 4. Rohit. Did you all get the question? Rohit has the following transactions. Question number 4. Okay, it's okay. No need to send the answers now. Your time is over. After the class, by today evening, send me the answers, okay? No hurry now. Anyways, question number 4. Rohit has the following transactions. First transaction, commenced business with cash. What are the aspects, accounts involved, Vishnu? Commenced business with cash. What are the two aspects here? Rose, tell me.
Cash.
Yes. Cash. Cash, then what? Yes, tell me. Complete the answer, dear. Cash and
Capital.
capital. Very good. Cash and capital. Don't forget. This is a common entry which is going to repeat again and again throughout. Started business with cash. Commenced business with cash. So the two aspects here are cash and capital. Purchased machinery on credit. Fast, tell me. Yes.
Machine and creditor.
Machinery and creditors. Machinery and creditors. Very good. Okay, then Third one, purchased goods for cash.
Stock and cash.
Stock and cash. It is a cash transaction. So stock and cash. Okay. Then purchased car for personal use. Personal use means what is that?
Drawing.
Drawings. It is drawings. So what we do here? Purchased car. So definitely there is payment of cash taking place. Okay. So it will get reduced from cash as well as capital. We will adjust it from cash as well as capital. Okay. I'll show you the solution. We'll do the solution. Paid to creditors in full settlement. Paid to creditors in full settlement. That means we had creditors for 40,000 rupees. Okay, it is said that it is full settlement. We are paying it off completely. Finish. Creditors are over. So what is happening here? Is it a gain or a loss?
Gain.
It is a gain. Profit. You have a profit there for rupees 2,000. Where do we adjust that 2,000?
Capital.
Capital. Wonderful. Capital. Yes. Then sold goods for cash costing rupees 5,000. Okay. For 4,500. Stock goods are worth 5,000, but we are selling it for 4,500. So what is it? Is it a loss or a profit?
Loss.
It is loss. For how many rupees? 500 rupees. It is discount. We have provided discount. Paid rent. Rent is an expense. So paid rent means payment definitely it takes place in the form of cash. Okay. So we will reduce it from cash. Also it is an expense. So where do we adjust it? Expense. Yes, louder.
Capital.
Capital. Yes, very good. Capital. Be confident in your answer. Commission received in advance. Commission received in advance. That is income received in advance. Okay. Received in advance is always a liability. Suppose I get my salary, next month's salary I receive it this month. Then it becomes my liability, my obligation to do the work, to complete the work. Am I right? We'll discuss it when we solve the problem. So, let's start doing. Those who haven't done it, please do it. Just a second. Those who haven't understood, don't worry. We are discussing it in the class. Listen and let me know where is your problem. Oh my God. Just a second. Okay. The first one. What is the first transaction? Commenced business with cash. Started business with cash. Any doubt? Any doubt? We will show 1,50,000 in the cash as well as in capital. Any doubt here? Please tell me. So cash, it is increase in cash and also capital. Switch on the videos. Anish, Krishnakanti, Nestle. Keep it on. Only when you face problem, when your voice is breaking, you will keep it switched off. Now you can on. Okay. So the first equation, equation number 1. Cash balance you have 1,50,000. Capital balance 1,50,000. No doubt. Okay. Now, what is the transaction number 2? Purchased machinery on creditors. So we have creditors, we purchased machinery. So under the machinery, we write 40,000. It is on credit. So under creditors, we will write 40,000. Nestle, have you done it? You got the answer? No. It's okay. Do it now. Do it now. Okay. So, that's about that. Purchased machinery on credit. Creditors. Who are creditors? Who are creditors?
Business.
Business. Creditors are business?
No.
Say it properly. Who are creditors? Yes, who are creditors? Nestle, you are trying to say something? Creditors are those to whom the business owes money. Business should pay to creditors. Don't forget, creditors. So here machinery is purchased for 40,000 and business said, I don't have 40,000 now, I'll pay it later. So creditors are those to whom the business have to pay money. Okay, now, so we got the second equation. Cash balance 1,50,000, machinery 40,000, creditors 40,000, capital 1,50,000. Both the sides equal? Yes or no? Okay, now the third one. C, transaction C. Purchased goods for cash. Purchased goods for cash. So goods means what? It is stock. So we have purchased stock. So stock is coming inside. Stock is coming inside the business. 20,000. And it is for cash. We paid the cash, we got the stock. So cash, 20,000 gone. Put it in the bracket. We are going to reduce it from the cash balance. Any doubt in this transaction? No.
Ma'am, what is our matured income?
Yes?
What is our matured income?
Sorry, who's that?
I'm Nestle.
Yes, Nestle, please ask.
What is our matured income?
By the end I'll tell you, or when we reach there I'll tell you. Okay? I'll tell you now. 20,000. Is this over? C is over now. So we get the new transaction as 1,50,000 minus 20,000 will give you 1,30,000. Stock 20,000, machinery 40,000, and the other side 40,000, 1,50,000. Okay? Now, the next one, what is it? D. Purchased car for personal use. You purchase car for your personal use. So, that is drawings. So, that is how much is the amount? Purchase 80,000. So, 80,000 cash is reduced. 80,000 cash is reduced. We have taken 80,000 from the cash balance. Okay? And this drawings, it is a expense. What is this cash? It is the capital of the business. So, reduction in the capital cash balance means it is reduction in the capital. We know that expenses and profits, gains, all these we adjust with capital. Okay? Payments and gains, after all, if it is on cash basis, that means we are receiving cash or we are paying cash. So, definitely the cash balance will be altered. Changes will happen to the cash balance, and this cash, that means what? It is actually the capital of the business. So we need to adjust it with capital also. Okay. So that is drawings actually. It is for personal use. So reduction in cash 80,000, also capital 80,000. Is it clear? Okay. So what is the equation now? Equation. New equation, 1,30,000 minus 80,000, you get 50,000. You have stock 20,000, machinery 40,000 there, and creditors 40,000. Capital 1,50,000 minus 80,000 will give you 70,000. Okay? Both the sides equal? Okay. Now E. What is E? Pay to creditors in full settlement. Paid to creditors in full settlement. So that means our creditors are over. Creditors full settlement. So minus 40,000. Okay? Finished. We paid them full. But how are we paying it? They have asked us only to pay 38,000. 40,000 is the amount, but creditor said, no problem business, you give us only 38,000. That's enough. So, there you have a profit. The difference 40,000 minus 38,000, you get a profit of 2,000. So, we add it with capital. Okay? Finish. I hope it is over. Any doubt, please ask. Now, the next one, F. Transaction F. What is that F? Sold goods for cash. So, we are selling the goods costing 5,000. Goods worth 5,000 is sold. So, from the stock, 5,000 goods are gone. We sold 5,000. Okay? But for how much? It is for 4,500. We received only 4,500. 5,000 worth goods sold for 4,500. So, a discount was given during the sale. That is actually a loss. Discount. Okay? So, 500. It is a loss. So, we minus it from the capital. Okay? Clear now? So, we have the new equation, 16,500, 15,000, 20,000 minus 5,000, 15,000, machinery is there 40,000, and capital side, only capital is there. Creditors gone, everything gone. 71,500 is there. Okay? Now, the next one is paid rent. Paid rent. Paid rent. Rent is an expense. Paid rent. That means definitely there is payment of cash taking place. Paid. So, cash balance will reduce. Okay? Cash balance will reduce 1,000. It is payment. And it is an expense. So, we adjust it from the capital also. Okay? So, we got the new equation. Now let me tell you some points. We have 4 items. First of all, I'll explain that. 4 items. Okay? Sorry, just a second. 4 items. Outstanding expense. That is one word. Outstanding expense. Okay? Outstanding expense, prepaid expense. You can find 2 terms like this. Prepaid expense. Nestle, listen, okay? I am here with your doubt. Okay, that is about expense. Outstanding expense, prepaid expense. Then you have accrued income. You can see another term, accrued income. Okay? And also unaccrued income. Unaccrued income. Now, these are the 4 items noted down. I am coming to the explanation part now. Outstanding expense. Outstanding expense, after all, it is an expense. You understand that? It is an expense and it is outstanding. Outstanding. That means, suppose salary. I have to pay salary to my employees, those who work in the company. Okay? So, 1000 rupees. 1000 rupees is the monthly salary, and for 12 months it is how much? 12,000. Am I right? For 1 year I have to pay 12,000 rent, but I have paid only 11,000. Do you understand? You all are my employees. Okay? So for 1 year I should pay you 12,000 rupees. For the business, me here, I am the business. For me, the business, this is an expense, salary. I am paying it to the employees. 12,000 I should pay, but I have paid only 11,000. That means salary is due. I should give the salary, but I did not give it to you. It is outstanding, pending. Do you understand? That is outstanding expense. So, outstanding expense is definitely a liability. Am I right? It is a liability. I should pay it one day. It is due already and I haven't paid it yet. That is outstanding expense. Now, coming to prepaid expense. Prepaid expense means paid in advance. Paid in advance. Here, same salary. For this year, I should pay only 12,000. But I paid you 13,000. 1,000 rupees for the next month also. Understand? So, the 2 terms, outstanding expense, prepaid expense. Outstanding expense means it is due. Expense is due, but it is not paid. Clear? And now prepaid. Prepaid means in advance. Paid in advance. 12,000 is the salary should be made. The payment should be made, but I am giving you 13,000. I am giving you in advance the next month's salary. Clear? So that means it is an asset. So this is considered as a liability. Okay? And this is an asset. Why? I have already paid you. So you should be working for me the next month also. Clear? So these are the expense related terms, outstanding expense, prepaid expense. Now coming to accrued income. Accrued income means it is earned, income earned, but not yet received. Okay? Income is earned, but still it is not received. income earned but not yet received. That is accrued income. So it is actually an asset. These are certain items there which are also considered as asset and liability. You bring it under the head asset and liability. Okay. So accrued income, income earned but not yet received. Clear? Okay. Then coming to unaccrued income. Unaccrued income means income received in advance. Income received in advance. Income received in advance. So here you can see in the question, commission received in advance. Something when you receive it in advance, it becomes your liability. Okay, suppose Pranav is my staff. Okay, you are a staff in my business. So I usually give you monthly salary, but I gave you next month salary in advance. Okay, Pranav, I gave you the next month salary in advance. So what happens? Now it is your liability. Oh my God, she have given me the income in advance. Now I have to work for her. I cannot escape. You cannot take leave because I have already paid you the income. Okay? So for the ones who receive it, it is actually a liability. So now clear, Nestle? You understood the terms? So these are the 4 items: outstanding expense, prepaid expense. Outstanding expense is a liability, prepaid expense is a asset. Again, accrued income. Accrued income, income earned but not yet received is an asset. Income received in advance is a liability. Please note it down. Take it down. So in this case, you can see in the question you can find commission received in advance. Income, the commission is an income. When you receive it, it becomes your income. When you have to pay it, it becomes your expense. Am I right? Whenever you receive something, it is your earning, your income. Whenever you have to pay it, then it becomes your expense. So, income, what is it? Commission received in advance. It is actually a kind of income received in advance. And then it is your liability. Where is Nestle? She left. The one who asked me the doubt left. Okay. So that's it. Now let's see the problem. Come back to the problem. So, what's it? Commission received in advance. So, you are receiving it. It is your income. You got it. So, what happened? Your cash is increasing. There is increase in your cash balance, 2000 rupees. 2000 rupees. And it is your liability now. Am I clear? Yes, Anish? Thinking process going on. Oh, it's okay. Think. Take your own time and think. Understand the concept. See. 2 terms: outstanding expense, prepaid expense, accrued income, unaccrued income. Accrued income means Okay. Accrued income means it is income earned but not yet received. Unaccrued income, income received in advance. Outstanding expense, prepaid expense. Okay. So now check your equation now. Are they equal? Asset is equal to liability plus capital. Check the answer now. Did you all finish? Aparna, did you finish? What happened to Pavitra? Okay. Just a second, let me take the attendance now. Those who have completed it, it's good, fine. Those who haven't, please start doing. Krishna, have you completed it? Fifth one?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Okay. So let's discuss the answer. Anyone who haven't done it? It's okay, we'll do it in the class, no problem. Okay. Let's see. Question number 5. Using accounting equation, show the effect of the following transaction of royal traders. Royal traders, okay? Let's move on to the answer. So the first one. First one, any doubt? Started business with cash. Anybody is having doubt regarding that now? Started business with cash. So cash is coming inside the business. It is capital, which is a liability for the business. So cash, capital. Finish. Now transaction B. Purchased goods for cash. Any problem? Purchased goods for cash. It is cash transaction. Goods came inside. Stock is coming inside. Cash gone. 10,000 is gone because it is a cash transaction. Finish? Should I wait for anyone? Yes, over? Okay, now see, rent received. So when you receive something, what is it? It is cash received, rent received. It is an income. So you receive cash, increase in cash. How much? 5,000. Anish, are you getting it? Is it okay? Any problem, anyone?
No, ma'am.
No, okay. I think by now you are all comfortable with accounting equation. Yes? It's okay. Practice, practice, practice makes you perfect. Then what is it? 5,000. Rent received. So rent received 5,000. And we'll add it with the capital also. 5,000. Okay. Now what is it? Salary outstanding. Salary outstanding. Now came the term outstanding expense. Salary outstanding. So what was that? Outstanding expense is a liability. I told you already. It is a liability. What is it? E. No, D. We are discussing this now. Okay, D. So outstanding expense. It is salary outstanding. It is due, but the business has not yet paid. It is a liability now. So we have shown it as expense. And this is an expense. It will get reduced from capital. So expenses, what do? We adjust it with capital. So we show it as reduction from capital. It is an expense. Keep it in your mind. All the expenses, we show it as reduction from capital. The income, gain, profits, that is all added up with the capital. Okay? So now you know what is outstanding. Outstanding expense, prepaid expense. Accrued income, unaccrued income. These words are important. So salary outstanding. Now see the next one. It is prepaid insurance. Prepaid insurance. E. Prepaid insurance. So what is that? Prepaid. It is an expense now. Prepaid expense. And prepaid expense, I told you it is an asset. It also comes under asset. By heart it, no problem. It is an asset. Okay? Understand that it is asset. So it is expense, it is asset. So increase in prepaid expense. So we show it under the head 1000. Prepaid expense. And that we adjust it with cash. Because it is an asset. So adjustment is being done in the asset side. Cash. Decrease in cash. It is future expense actually. Future expense, prepaid expense. It is actually a future expense, but we paid in advance. So we are paying in advance means we are giving cash. So from cash we gave 1000 and we got a new asset which is prepaid expense. So asset, prepaid expense on the asset side, cash, reduction in cash. So E is over. F. What is F? Received interest. See, same like received rent, it is received interest. Now what is that? It is an income. When you receive something, it is income. So when you received, that means you got the cash. So it is increase in cash. Add it with cash and also we add it with capital. Cash balance is increasing. That means what? Capital balance is increasing. Okay? Yes? Okay. Then G. Sold goods for cash. What? Costing rupees 5,000. Stock worth 5,000 is sold. So now we are thorough with this now. Worth 5,000 is sold. So from the stock 5,000 goods is reduced. And for how much do you sell it? You sell it for 7,000. So you got 7,000 in cash. Cash increased 7,000. And what? It is a profit. You got 2,000 rupees additional. So that we will adjust with the capital. Okay? Yes? Now, goods destroyed by fire. So goods destroyed. So goods damaged. So what is happening? 500 worth goods are gone. So from stock we lost 5,000. It is damaged. 5,000 damaged goods. Okay? So that equivalent amount we are reducing it from capital. You might find it difficult now, but it's okay. Practice, then the same entries are going to repeat again. So now it is, you're all unfamiliar with this, but once you get into track, you'll get it. Don't worry. Keep on reading. This is not going to change. This is going to repeat. Whatever transactions you come across. Okay, so stock worth 500, value 500 is lost. So actually that stock we had purchased using the cash from capital. I mean it was using the capital amount that we purchased it. So it is actually a loss in the capital also. You understand? Okay, finish. See, check the answer, both the sides. Then homework was 6 and 7 also. Am I right? 8 was there? No. Okay. So now it's time to wind up the session. Okay, are you all comfortable now? Getting comfortable, don't worry. You will be all right. Okay.